gonna follow recipes. We're gonna do what we want to do. Homemade Baileys. Do you know what you want to do with yourself tonight? You want to hear about those recipes that sound super interesting, maybe a little bit too interesting, like they're made with like watermelon and balsamic vinaigrette and shrimp, and you're just like, maybe that's good or maybe that's gonna be gross. Well, today we're gonna try one of those kinds of recipes. It's got watermelon and balsamic vinegar and shrimp. The real reason we're gonna try this is because my favorite dressing in the entire world, which may be a little weird, is balsamic vinegar, honey, and oil. Which I know, like the first time you hear about it, if you haven't really ever like experimented with balsamic vinegar, sounds a little iffy, but it's pretty good. So that's why we're going to be doing this recipe today, because it's got balsamic vinaigrette, and it's got the exact kind of balsamic vinaigrette that's my favorite. Are you excited? You should be. A couple of years ago for Christmas, my mother bought me the coolest contraption so that I can make my own dressings, because she knows like that's a thing that I like to do. So she bought me like this little thing, and it actually comes with like cool little things on the side if I wanted to make like sesame vinaigrette or blue cheese dressing or creamy tarragon vinaigrette or any of this stuff. But I never do. I just use it for the one vinaigrette that I really like. So, really cool. All you do is you take your favorite vinegar, which is balsamic, an ounce of, this is how I do it. I don't know if this is how they recommend doing it. So I do 1 part balsamic vinegar, 1 part honey, and 2 parts oil. I like my extra virgin olive oil. I know, it's so dirty. Stop it. And then whenever I feel like I've used enough oil, then I get to shake this, which is so much fun. Make sure the lid's closed tight. I broke the lid. I really should get a new lid. But the cool thing is, see, it's all over my fingers. But you could use any jar for this. This just happens to be the jar that I have. So that's really cool. And then you can just shake it, and that's all that it takes. And there you've made your very own vinaigrette. So this was the easiest salad in the world. So even if it tastes terrible, which we're gonna find out in a moment, it was so easy to make. I might just have to make it just because it's easy to do. Like, it's just about assembling. The shrimp was super quick because it's shrimp. I used really tiny shrimp and it was already cooked, so it really took like 2 minutes to do. And of course I didn't use a grill because, well, there's not one in my house, and that's a good enough excuse for me. And so that's all it took. It was tomatoes and watermelon, basil, goat cheese, and the shrimp, and the vinaigrette. And then I put it on a plate. You want to see it? Now, I don't usually bother with plating whatsoever, but you'll probably go to this website just so that you can get the recipe, just so that you can see it. And, you know, they did a really great job plating it. Let's try this. A little bit of shrimp, a little bit of the goat cheese, a little bit of the basil, some watermelon. And then let's throw some tomato in there as well. Okay, I don't get the watermelon at all. It's not that it's bad, it just doesn't make sense with the rest of my palate whatsoever. I would eat this if it was served to me, and it's served to me tonight, so I'm definitely eating it. And I'd probably cook it again just because I like watermelon, but I don't know if I would cook this to impress somebody. So, delicious, but eh. And now I've tried it so you don't have to, and or so that you get to, because you think it sounds so interesting you have to try it. So I hope you like this video as much as you like the last one, because I got such great positive response from all of my friends. Thank you guys for your support and your love. That just meant so much to me. Please, if you're new and you're watching this, subscribe. We're going to put out a new video every week, having fun trying a recipe that hopefully you've never tried before. And if you have any suggestions on recipes that you absolutely have to see tried, please send them my way. I'll see what I can do. I'll sort through them, figure out whatever one I like the best too. That way it can be a little tit for tat, if you know what I mean. Other than that, that's been all for Habanero Heather.